Coach, I think that was a fabulous effort against the 11th ranked team in the nation. I mean, you guys, just a couple things that I noticed. The defense by Lauren Evans.
Yeah.
She was a monster. Obviously they were a lot taller team, but I think that you guys' effort today is nothing to hang your head on.
Yeah, no, I felt we really fought. It's just, it's hard. You're
Yeah, it
almost
is.
there. But against the 11th ranked team in the country and against the #1 defensive team in the Pac-12, I'm really happy with. Tough the way we started because I said, okay, we've had slow start, so I changed up a press that I think really helped our intensity, but just not, those shots were right there, in and out by Lucia and Molina. I think we started off 0 for 8, I think, at the beginning of the game. But if we would have hit those shots, then we're not in that deficit in the beginning. But I think we rallied back. At times I felt like we controlled the game. But Scott's a great coach, made some great adjustments. Brown had a big game tonight, 16 and 13. I mean, she was good tonight. She was posting us deep and getting some offensive rebounds. She was burying us inside. I thought she did a good job. I thought we did a really good job on Gulich. I thought we really did a good job on Sydney Weiss. Combined, they had 15 and 5. So that's a really good effort by us. And they had 3 players in double digits. Hanson's always solid. We knew that. But I felt that, they shot 25 free throws at our home and we shot 6. That's a big difference. But for us to shoot 42% on the game, despite our 0 for 7 start, I mean, if you take that away, we're shooting a better percentage. I thought that we played really well, and we didn't settle for threes. That's what I like. I told them, don't settle for threes. That's not our strength. So we only took 6 tonight. 1 for 6, but we only took 6, which I'm happy about. And a couple of them I think were last second at the end of the shot clocks.
And they also started out really slow in the first quarter too,
Yeah.
I think, and that definitely prevented you from getting into a bigger hole. But the offense, especially in the second half and the third and fourth quarters, was amazing. So good halftime adjustments.
Yeah, no, I thought it's just hard because sometimes we run some really good offense and then the shots don't go. And like today, we never usually have shoot around on Sunday. Today I just said, hey, I'm gonna get him a shoot around so we get shots up. But that's what we just have to be able to work on those. But I'm happy with the team. I thought they fought hard. They never gave up. The look in their eyes was wanting to win the game. They never thought there was a doubt, so they rallied and they tried, and we had to do different things against great teams. We got to mix things up. So I thought that they stayed with the game plan and did what I asked. So that's all I can ask for them.
Coach, what did you think about that transition defense?
I thought at times we struggled a little bit. At times, but they push the ball faster than you think they do. It's like deceptively fast. And sometimes we had a tough time, but I thought overall, besides 2 or 3 times, because we were so aggressive, that's going to happen. I didn't think we were that bad in transition.
That new wrinkle that you threw in picking up full court. To be honest with you, I think if I was a coach of one of the other conference teams, I would look at that film on how to D up on Oregon State. I think you guys did a real good job. They went over the top one time for a layup.
That's why I don't mind that. And
yeah.
we're good. That's going to happen. And
Yeah,
one
that's
time it
gonna
was
happen.
because LB
Yeah.
fell.
Exactly.
So
But,
she's our
you guys threw them
safety.
totally out of sync.
Yeah, we
And,
forced them at
you
19
can see,
turnovers.
I was, obviously being down on the floor, you can see in their eyes that they weren't expecting that at all.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be something that's good for us. And we've been doing presses, but I wanted to get a little more aggressive because I was trying to find a way for us not to start off slow. And so I thought maybe let's do so before we always did a contained press, so I said let's do more of an aggressive press to try it. But they're a great team. They have a lot of weapons, but I like the fact that Sydney Weiss wasn't able to control the game because she's such a good player. She usually can control and get everybody involved. I thought we put a lot of pressure on her and we made other people make decisions.
Coach, you forced with your new defensive pressure. You forced 19 steals, but you only had 19 turnovers. Excuse me. Yes,
okay.
but you only had 17 points off of the turnovers. What were you telling your girls about pushing the ball?
Well, we have to convert, but they're pretty organized. So they turn the ball over, they get back. They do a good job of that. So we always want to try to convert. My thing is with our team, we're better in transition than we are just playing in half-court defense, especially knowing how organized their defense is. So you always want to convert when you work so hard to get the turnover. I thought a couple times we ran and we got to the basket, and then we didn't assert ourselves. We didn't go into the contact. We kind of, like a couple of the players kind of avoided the contact, and I think that's why we didn't get the free throw line a lot. But they're also the 11th ranked team in the country, so they got a lot of calls. I felt that we were aggressive, but they got a lot of calls. So that was something I was talking about. At one point it was 11-6, but we were also being very aggressive, and we have to be.
You turned up the intensity today.
I tried. I was trying. I'm looking for ways.
You mentioned Friday night that, you got to get them to go after the 50-50 balls, and I noticed right away, everybody was diving, everybody was going after them. They got the message.
Yeah, they did know, and so when your team plays hard for you and does those things, it's just you're not upset. You're upset you didn't win the game, but now we're just trying to look at getting a little better at something else. Maybe being able to hit those shots or being able to really reverse the ball. I thought we played a lot smarter tonight. We worked on some specific things that were open against sagging defenses, and they executed those. We didn't always convert, but we converted a lot more than not. I thought we played smart. At one point, we had 12 turnovers. In the first half, we had 6, and I think 2 or 3 were travels. So we were taking care of the ball, not forcing things. So I thought it was a good team effort, If we would play like this against other teams, we would have won more than 2 games, I think. So.
Couple, I have a twofold question, I have an injury question. Status on Taryn, and then also noticed that Lauren had an ice pack on her shoulder.
Yeah, Lauren's just had she's been playing with a small shoulder injury for the whole year, so she's been battling and doing what we ask and playing through pain the whole year because it's her senior year, so she doesn't want to get operated and be out. It's like, it's her last year to play, so, she did great tonight. Taryn is probably going to be out for another week, and then we'll get her back, so that's good, and she's been staying in good shape and just it's just resting, her leg. It's just it's a bruise in her shin, and we don't want something to happen down the future because she has had other injuries, and so we don't have a problem resting her for a little while.
Coach, it seems like they got out to an 8-0 lead, and then you just couldn't catch up for the rest of the period. Do you think we're going to see a change in the starting lineup anytime soon?
No.
No?
Not at all. Nope.
Coach, whose performance stood out to you on your team?
Bree really, she stood out to me tonight. She was strong inside. She was making plays. Even if she made some mistakes, she did so many great things. She was pressing well. She was all over. I thought tonight, like LB, I think our posts just really, they weren't afraid of being undersized. They were trying hard. They were diving. I thought everybody did so many things. I thought Lauren's defense was really good. I thought Sharice gave good minutes. I thought Deja came in and did some good things. So I thought everybody kind of did their job, whether it was mistakes or not. I thought Melina, that was the first time I saw her dive so fast for a 50-50 ball, but I love that. I like that. We have to do that every game. So I'm just proud of the way everybody battled. And didn't give up, and they never hung their heads. And I like that.
Sorry, Coach.
Okay.
Brianna's footwork down at the post on those spin moves, phenomenal.
It's
And
good.
who's working with her on that? Is it a one-on-one thing, or is it a collective effort?
Well, Salvo's the post coach. So
Okay.
Salvo's doing skill development with the post. I think that he's really, really worked, and we've worked a lot on their footwork, and not because before we'd always run and jump and pass, and like LB did it a lot. If you look early years, she was averaging 6 turnovers a game. Now we're working on everybody jump stopping and going because we're going to face a lot of sagging defenses, so we can't run through people because they sit there and they're just waiting for us. So LB, Bree, I think they've really improved in that jump stopping, pivoting, being more using quick moves because of their size. We ran some new isolation plays today. It was open. And they got, every time we ran, they had an open shot. So it's just converting that shot, because when people are sagging so much, it's hard to get them the ball, so I gotta move, find ways to reverse the ball, pin them on the other side. It's just a lot of stuff, but the thing is, they were able to translate and do it in the game. And that's what's hard, and we weren't able to do that a couple months ago.
It's true.
We'd work on it in the game, I'd be like, what the heck? But now we're growing and we're getting better, and we're understanding that works. We're understanding that they can trust the coaching staff, and knowing on the plug what's going to be open, knowing on the, they go under, you rescreen, just different things, and they're buying into it, believing, and then they're trying their best, and that's all I can ask.
What did you think of the clock management at the end of the game when you were down and trying to balance fouling but trying to get a steal?
Oh yeah, it's hard. It's hard because it wasn't like 2-4 points, and then when we did foul, we were trying to specifically foul people. We thought we knew Hanson goes, and she makes some. It's hard, but at that point, you just gotta do what you have to do. And scoring fast, the thing that's smart, he went into a 2-3. That was harder for us because the 2-3 the last 3 minutes, so it's hard to score fast because we don't have great outside shooters like they were consistently. So, and Lucia, I don't even know if she was in the game at that point. So that was tough. I'm trying to score fast through that, but Bree was doing a good job inside, staying aggressive at that time. I thought we could have got a couple more calls, but either way, we just gotta be strong and finish those.
Yeah, one quick question. I noticed you sub more tonight. I've been waiting to ask you about that, because sometimes in the first quarter, I know you wait a real long time. Tonight you started a little bit more to do that.
And I did that more because I knew that I had to because of our pressing. I knew that I had to. Sometimes it's been hard because, sometimes when I go in the subs, it's drastically different. So I may be getting some more or something, but then it's really hard for offense. Like, it's very hard to not have Melina or Lucia on the floor. But then we have other better, quicker lineups. But then Lucia is the really true point guard on the floor. She's the one who runs the offense. And then if I can't have both of them out of the game because we don't have another point guard. So then it's like, do I have two really good defenders on the side, but then it's harder to run some things. So it's kind of pick and choose, but I knew I had to sub more early with the pressing, or else we're not going to press for 40 minutes. And we're going to have to be a pressing team for a long time. It's going to be the way it is, which is fine. I mean, it's working, they love it, and they're responding to it, so I adjust to how this team can play their best.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Bye. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.